Hey there, it's Brittany, and it's one of my favorite days of the month. We've got the Bargain Bead Box. I've been thinking about Wendy all day today because I knew this was coming today. Of course, I get notifications when bead boxes go out, but I knew this was going to arrive today. And whenever I see that it's coming, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'll get my video up before Wendy, or I wonder if she'll get her video up first. It wasn't competitive, but I was always just wondering, and I'd always get a notification when hers went up, and I'm not going to get that notification. So it kind of hit me today. I'm a little sad. And today is also her memorial. So it's just feeling all the feels. And, you know, Bargain Bead Box is probably the way I found her all those years ago. So, yeah, it's just going to be a little sentimental each time I open BBB from now on. So let's jump in. This month is Mountain Majesties. The natural beauty of Fancy Jasper is our star this month, showing off a variety of earthy mountain hues. This gemstone varies widely in color, so every strand and focal is unique. Accents include sparkling crystals, handmade porcelain rounds, and top quality stainless steel findings. Adventure awaits. Now, if you're a subscriber, you will also get a 30% off coupon each month to their sister site, Beadbox Bargains, where I shop way too frequently. So let me see what we've got. If you're interested in subscribing to the Bargain Bead Box, please use coupon code Turquoise to save $2 off your first box at the affiliate link in the description. Please use that link so we can keep sending you videos on YouTube. All right, so they've started just labeling things instead of putting numbers on them. So I'm not going to go in any specific order. I'm just going to pull things out. So this is 6mm round Fancy Jasper, 15 inches. Fancy Jasper is hit or miss for me. So this one's actually a really nice strand. Oh, I like this one with the gray and the green right there. Sometimes it can be a little too dark for me, but I think this is nice and earthy. Oh, that's really pretty. I like those. We've got a 29 by 12mm stainless steel carabiner clasp. Oh, cute. I don't have anything like that. It's funny. I'm sorry. I'm still filming in my kitchen because I can't get my life together in my bead room. And Goldie is eating her dog food, and she grabs like 2 or 3 pieces and then walks to the living room and eats it, and then walks back over, and she's just so stinking cute. So I'm sorry, I'm being a little distracted. So this is how we open this clasp. It's a twist, and then once it's closed, it's closed, and then you open it, and that's how I don't know. I think this would be very interesting way to lock a pendant on your necklace if you wanted to be able to remove it later. This could be kind of frustrating, I think, if you're using one-handed on a bracelet, but necklace could work too. I think that's cool. I love seeing things that I don't usually get, you know? Next, we have our bicones, 4mm crystal bicone beads, green iris, 13 inches. Probably have 700 of these by now. But that's a cool color. Fancy Jasper tumbled nugget beads, approximately 5 inches. These are nice. I like the dendritic quality in that one. Yeah, these look like nice, like little river stones. That's fun. It's just, you know, the color palette can get kind of dark with Fancy Jasper. That's why I kind of don't lean towards those, but we'll make something with them today, hopefully. We've got 6-piece 12mm glazed porcelain rounds, dark orchid. Those are nice. Good for leather or multiple pieces of stringing material through the middle. These would go with a lot of my like artisan beads from my friends who make jewelry or who make beads. Love ceramic stuff. 2-piece 17 by 15mm laser cut stainless steel compass charms. Those are cute. And I just realized, by the way, this is just such a silly thing to realize. The way I open these bags changed after I started watching Wendy, because every time I was doing my unboxings, I was opening the bags like this and it just takes too long. But I remember watching one of her videos and I watched and she opened her Ziploc bags like this. And I'm like, how come, you know, like how did I make it this long in my life? And that's how I'm opening baggies. But anyway, just a silly thing. It's going to remind me of her for a very long time. These are nice. These are really cute. Ooh, they're backwards. Very nice. At first it was a little foreign opening bags like that, but it became a habit. 4mm crystal faceted round beads, cadet blue. That's cool. I like the color. It's a nice like muted teal. These are really pretty. I think those would be nice spacers between some of the fancy jasper. Oh, some more charms. 15 by 19mm stainless steel laser cut mountain links. Oh, cute. Just make little bracelets, or you just use it in a necklace or something. Those are nice. You could put resin in there and put some glitter or something. I'm not a huge resin fan, but it's the fumes and most resin yellows, so I really tend not to use resin as much, even though I have a ton of it. Fancy jasper matte round beads, 7 inches. Okay, so we've got some matte this time. That's interesting. That's very masculine. Like this is a masculine color palette too. So if you wanted to make some jewelry for a man in your life, I think, or boy, or somebody who just likes darker colors, these would be great. 12.5 by 4mm stainless steel textured oval jewelry chain, 1 meter. This is new. This is something we haven't seen from them before. And that's a lot of chain for such a large, it's like paperclip chain. This is really nice chain. Very nice. This box is pretty cool. Some very nice things. I mean, we did get our regular bicones, but that's different chain than we normally get. 2-piece 18mm fancy jasper go-go donuts. And I'm gonna say that they're probably offset holes. That's what I consider a go-go donut. Yep. When the hole isn't in the middle, it's offset at the top, and then it's kind of fatter down here is what a go-go is. Now, I wouldn't use these as earrings because they don't match. So I could use these as a charm, I could use these as a ring on a bracelet or something, or if you just wanted to do something asymmetrical. Cool though. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot in this box, but maybe I'm just going slowly. I don't know. 8mm fancy jasper faceted round beads, 7 inches. Lots of fancy jasper in this box. I mean, they warned us. Okay, so this is more what I'm thinking of when I see fancy jasper, like just all that green. This one's pretty cool. This is a great background bead. I know they're faceted and you would tend to use these as the focal or like main bead, but that green is just, it's pretty. It's just not something that I wear a lot, so I would use this more sparingly. $10mm lava stone electroplated beads, rainbow iris, 12 pieces. Oh, you know I love that. I feel like that's that oil slick or mystic color, so they're calling it rainbow iris. Fun fact is I always put this kind of coating or this color in my purple drawer. I don't know why, because there are several other colors in there, but I always associate that with purple, so I know where to grab it. Fancy jasper donut, 30mm pendant. I did not say that in order, but we got it out. I love a donut, real or otherwise, food or otherwise, I should say. Very pretty. It looks like almost like an ocean from like a satellite. Those pictures from a satellite. I don't know. We've got a matching pendant from those mountain charms. The 27.5 by 26mm stainless steel laser cut mountain pendant. Very nice. You could just combine that with the connectors. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make a necklace. I think I made a necklace last month with the box, but you know, who's counting? Okay, we've got 8mm glass rondelle beads, opaque purple, 11 inches. I'm not 100% sure how this works into the color palette. I just haven't really seen too much. Like these had some purple, but this is just, I feel like a filler item. It's pretty. I'm going to use them on something else, but not in conjunction with these beads. And it's quite a lot of beads too. They remind me of some like African beads, but they're nice. Just not going to use them with this box. Two more things. We have and the bag was purple, so I guess maybe it's matching that. It's called Mountain Majesties, so maybe they're getting the purple out of that. I don't know. 4-piece, 12.5mm round mountain charms, lead and cadmium free. Oh, and the approximate total retail value for this shipment was $74.83. Cute little charms. I have something very similar, if not exactly the same. I think my other ones are smaller, but those are cute. I think maybe we'll make a necklace and a bracelet, and maybe some earrings. We'll go all out today. 20 pieces, 7mm 6-point bead caps. Okay, lead, nickel, cadmium free. Oh, those are cool. Little stars. I think I would end up painting those just because I know these are going to tarnish. It's just what happens with silver. But those are nice. I think I really like the box. I think we got a good value. I love this chain. I liked this strand, and I really liked the pebbly strand. Again, it's not, I would never like go to a bead show and pick this out, but that's why I get these boxes, because I end up getting the same thing all the time. So I do want to see things that I'm not getting all the time. So I love the box. If you're interested, stick around. We're going to make a necklace, probably a bracelet, maybe some earrings. Stay tuned. All right, it's already messy. I'm going to go ahead and make a necklace first. I'm going to use all of this chain, and I did see somebody post in a Facebook group asking like, what do I use to cut this chain? And once I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, it's stainless steel. I'm going to use some memory wire cutters so I don't damage my nice nippers. These are, I think, Beadalon. Yep, got these from Beadalon. Love them. And I'm just going to take, this is how I always cut chain in half. I get a pin or a piece of wire, an extra piece of wire or something, and now I can't find anything. I have a head pin here. And I just load both ends of the chain onto the wire or piece or whatever. And this prevents me from having to find a ruler and measure it exactly. So that I put each end, hold that in place, find the middle. And it looks like these two are the exact middle. I'm going to cut both off because I want it to be even. Let's see. I cut through it like butter. You just need to make sure that you're using something strong enough to cut that stainless steel, because these are welded closed. They're not, you're not able to open them with pliers. All right. So I made 2 pieces of chain. I'm going to set that aside. I got out the pendant. We're going to be using a lot of this box. I'm setting aside, I think I want to use these, and I want to use these and these, and I wanted to get some silver spacers, but I think, weren't there some bead caps in the box? I'm already chaotic here, sorry. And Goldie's like squeaking her toy in the other room. It's chaos over here at Turquoise.Street, guys. Yeah, these will work in a pinch as spacers because I just don't want to go find any. Okay, so I'm going to put aside the faceted rounds. I have those to the side, and some of the other rounds that came in the box. But we're going to make like a triple layer necklace. So one layer is going to be one piece of chain, another layer is going to be another piece of chain, and then I'm going to hang... I think I'm going to hang this pendant from the chain. Sorry, it's off screen there. hang this pendant from the chain, and then I'm going to have this right inside the chain. So it's going to be a very short necklace. But I'm going to worry about that in a minute. I'm going to cut this open. I have some beadle stringing wire somewhere, and I'm going to feed on all of these beads. This is going to be my center of that strand, working up the sides. Okay, I have all those strung. I did end up taking out one bead just because it was a little weirdly drilled, but that's okay. She'll just go into some bead soup somewhere. And then next I'm going to go ahead and start to separate this by putting on a bead cap. And by separate, I just mean getting some silver in there to break it up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with our 6mm rounds. And then I'm going to break those up with these teal crystals. Sorry if the background's messy. It's just how I work. Some people don't mind it, but I know sometimes when the background's a little messy, it's hard to see what's going on, but I try to explain what's going on as much as possible. And then I'm just going to put in a 6mm bead. And then another bead cap, and I'm just doing this at the beginning, and then a spacer. Well, that's pretty bright now that I'm looking at it, that teal. That's okay. And then I'm going to do another one of these, but I'm going to go with more space between the 6mm than just one bead cap, because I'm going to run out of bead caps if I do it every single bead. So that's a way to keep like a group of beads together. So I'm going to do 3 beads at a time and see how that looks. Do another bead cap. Just make sure you're saving enough for the other side too. Okay, I don't love it. I don't know what it is. I think it's too pointy. It's too pointy. I don't know. Too shiny. I don't know. I'm not loving it. Let's try this. Let's try this. We'll do a bead cap here. See how that looks. That's better. And then I'm just going to go in with my other beads. Yeah, I like that. It calms it down a little bit, and I just got some delineation between the round and the pebbles. I just didn't want it to be too bright in the back, and it was turning out that way with all that silver. So I'm going to go ahead and make this just a little bit shorter than one of my lengths of chain, and I'll be right back. I'll do the exact same pattern on the other side of the string. Okay, I've strung it just a little bit shorter than the chain, and it is just a very simple gemstone necklace with the focal being the stone pebble look, and then just followed up with the rest of the fancy jasper at the back with the crystals. But I think it's going to be fun layered with the chain. So I'm going to take 2 jump rings, and I'm going to put my chain on the jump rings. So 1 jump ring for each end of the 2 pieces of the chain. So I'll show you what I mean. Here's 1 piece of chain, and here's another. And then I will do the same thing at the other end of the chains. And then we're going to go ahead and crimp onto those 2 jump rings with our gemstone necklace. Just make sure you don't crisscross your chains once you get to your second jump ring. And yes, I'm using my crimping pliers because I don't know where my other pliers are. This place is a mess. All right, so we have our double layer of chain. And I'm just going to lay it like that. And I'm just going to take one end of my necklace. It really does not matter which side you're going to start with. Move the beads down as much as you can before crimping. I used a pretty long piece of wire, so I'll probably end up saving the rest. And then I'm going to go ahead and crimp on the inside of those two chains, or to the left on the right side and then to the right on the left side. I know that probably didn't make sense, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to come back down through just a couple beads, pull that tight, and then crimp with my crimping pliers. Some people ask, how do you know when to do what type of crimp? I typically do a folded crimp. I will do a flat crimp if I can't get into a space very easily, or if there are beads in the way, like little tiny glass seed beads, because those can be crushed if I try and crimp too close to them. But most of the time I do a folded crimp. I typically don't use wire guardians or wire guards. Totally not. It's just not something that's necessary unless you have like a sharp jump ring or something. Some people love them. I don't particularly love the look of them in projects, but I have used them on occasion. It's a personal preference, but people ask that quite frequently, so I like to say it a little bit in some of my videos. If you've heard me say it before, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to go ahead and then come up this other side. So then I'm going to come back down through my crimp. I have a lot of extra wire here, so I'm just going to pull until I get to my beads. And then come down through a couple like I did before. And pull again. So that way I can preserve this extra wire and use it on a different project, maybe a bracelet, in a few minutes. So just going to crimp that like we did the other side. Put it in the largest value of the pliers. Like that, squish. Turn 90 degrees. Move it up and squish again. And squish one last time. I'm going to trim that wire. Okay, so this is what our necklace looks like so far. It's not finished. It's just like a 3-strand. You'll see it on Lucy later, and it'll be cute. And then I am going to go ahead and I put a clasp over here, and I'm just going to put on a couple more jump rings. Okay, so this, I mean, could be its own necklace right now, just without a pendant, but we're gonna hang a pendant on it. Sorry, it's so close in. You'll see what it looks like in a little bit when I show pictures. But I'm gonna grab that mountain pendant, and I have a couple options. I could put it on the chain, I could put it on both pieces. I think I'm gonna put it on both pieces of chain. Maybe actually just one piece of chain. I'm gonna grab jump ring. And you can fancy this up. You can put pearls on it. I think that would actually be, pearls would look really cute with that color palette, but I don't have any pearls out here. All right, put this on a jump ring. I'm gonna just try and find the middle. And that little guy is sticking right out. This one showed that it was in the middle of that strand, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook on my mountain good charm or pendant. And this is a very like on-trend necklace. There's a lot of like just basic chain with some beautiful gemstones and a cute little charm. Check out Instagram if you think I'm joking, but I think it's really cute and it's super neutral and it's fun and lightweight, so it can go with a lot of stuff, especially if you like layering your necklaces. Like it's already layered, but you can layer it with so many other pieces. I think it's so cute. And then we're gonna make some earrings. I got out these charms. So I got out the compass and then the tiny mountains. Let me just think about this for a minute. All right, for the first earring, I'm going to take this little mountain charm and 10 of these little crystals. I'm going to put a jump ring on my charm, and then I have some 22 gauge artistic wire. And on that artistic wire, I'm going to load on 5 of my crystals. My jump ring, and then 5 more of my crystals. And then I'm going to bring my wires up like that, and then slide down a bead cap over both wires. So it doesn't have to look too pretty. This is actually not going to end up being it's symmetrical in design, but the execution doesn't end up being very symmetrical, or perfectly symmetrical, I should say, because these beads one bead has to slide up a little bit higher than the other. But I'm going to go ahead and slide that down as far as it'll go. So you'll see one side's a little higher than the other, but that's okay because I like wonky most of the time, and it's not too noticeable. It's super pretty with the sparkliness of the crystals. And then I'm going to go ahead and just wire wrap one wire around the other. You can just, it doesn't matter which one. If you don't have one that's longer than the other, it's just going to be whichever one you choose. And that's just to lock it in place. I'm not doing a huge wire wrap. Okay, and then I'm going to just do a wire wrapped loop. Don't worry, that's moving around. It's going to get locked in place by our loop. Okay, that's a little too high. So all I do to combat that is move my pliers down again and create a loop a little bit closer to where I was, or where I needed to be. I'm going to make that a little smaller. Here we go. Hold that, and then I'm just going to start wire wrapping that in place. And we know we do messy wraps on this channel because they're fun and give a lot of interest. I'm going to go a little messier than that because I got some extra wire. There we go. So now that bead cap's not flopping all over the place, but you do see that one side is a little higher than the other. It's okay. It's a boho look. It's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. If that's going to bother you, you're going to have to figure out a way to get them to be symmetrical. And then I'm just going to grab an ear wire. Slide that on. I do see my wire's a little pokey in the back, so I'm gonna try and scooch that in a little bit. There we go. And then we have a cute, and I mean it is fast too, but they're really sweet. I love how those look. And then this one's a little chubbier than the other one. Just kind of squeeze it a little bit. There you go. I love it. Those are so cute. And then I'm going to do another really simple one. Take some more of that 22 gauge wire. 22 gauge usually is my sweet spot for earrings. I'm going to do a wire wrapped loop. But before closing it, I'm going to slip on my compass. Close that up. Tend not to do a messy wrap right up against a component like that. And I usually do it at the top. Then I'm going to grab one of these little lava beads, bead cap, one of the faceted fancy jasper beads, and then a crystal, and do a wire wrap loop at the top. Going kind of chunky on this one again. I wanted it to be a boho, and you just want to make sure that your pendant is facing the right way. So this is the back because the letters are backwards. I am going to twist where the orientation of that loop, and then I want to bring this to the back so I can snip it off in the back. And then you just have to pay attention to the orientation of your ear wire as well when you're slipping it on. So there's the front. And here we go. Aren't those cute? I think this is a nice boho set of earrings, and then we've got that more trendy looking necklace that actually goes really well with both pairs. So sorry, I'm dropping the earrings here. I'm not making a bracelet today, but I think 2 pairs of earrings and a necklace is a lot. So anyway, let me know what you think of the box. If you're interested in signing up for Bargain Bead Box, check out the affiliate link below for me and use coupon code Turquoise to save $2 off of your first box. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Stay tuned for Goldie. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye. Hey, bud, you watching Mom edit videos? Yeah. You have such a rough life. No pun intended. Hi, cutie. Say hi, friends. Happy Sunday. Yeah. Watch Mommy live in a little bit on JTV. Yeah.